I just warmed up on the inner thigh machine. I'm gonna do one all-out set now. I'm gonna move on. But also just to get it out of the way because I feel like it doesn't affect any of my lifts really. Done there. We're gonna move on to I worked up to about 17 plates on this. I'm gonna give it a go and see how many I can get. I'm just trying to fatigue my quads. So we'll see what I can do. That was a good set. I'm doing my best to try and breathe through the set, but sometimes it's just real heavy as I end up holding my breath. But I think if you can get a couple more breaths in towards the end, I think it can help you get an extra rep or something like that. Done here. We're gonna move on to maybe the hamstring curl now. I think I'm gonna save the split squat after, and the hyperextension, and then decline sit up. So, curls done, as many as I could do, and then just partials until I could barely even do it. Once I get to the partials, I'm thinking about driving my quad or knee around this area into this pad as I'm curling down. Seems to help me stay in my hamstring, so. Moving on to a split squat, I think now. Bar. I just did a couple reps of each leg just to get used to it. Now I'm gonna put on a little bit heavier than last week. I did 85 pounds last week. I think I'm gonna go to 105. Just go for a little bit lower reps maybe. Well, I think since the weight's heavier and go for less burn, just power pretty much. I don't know, just so you can kind of switch it up a little bit. Three more. So as I'm doing these, I'm trying to only use the front leg. So on that set, it was the right leg. The left leg is just out in the back. So you might end up trying to use that back leg. You just gotta tell yourself during the set that I'm training the right leg, or whatever leg's in front. It gets pretty hard because it's a single leg squat, if you think about it. So, I mean, cut your squat in half, use that weight. Something like that, give or take a little bit. This is 125, right? 125, the bar's 35. It's usually 135 with a standard bar, but this Smith is 35 pounds. So 125 pounds, I just did 10 of them. 250 for 10. The most I've done, I think, was 275 for 10. I don't know, something along the line. Can't even speak. Something around those lines. Just feel it out and see what feels good for like a set of 10 or around there. So I matched 10. Those are so brutal. I mean, you just gotta tell yourself to push through. It's one set. And you just can't let the weight win. It really is so brutal in the moment, but you just have to push through. Legs are shaking. You feel like your legs are gonna snap any second as you're doing it. But you gotta tell yourself that they're just not gonna snap. And nothing bad's gonna happen from doing another one. So, done there. Either hyperextension or some other type of curl. That's it for legs. I'm gonna do a decline sit up and then done. So that's it for legs and abs. Today's Thanksgiving, so we'll bring this up. These leg days are tough, man. Leg day is definitely the worst out of all of them. It doesn't matter if you're doing push-pull legs or the traditional bro split, like chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs. Either way, it's very tough. So definitely certain times of the year, the motivation can go up and down, but I just think the discipline has to take you further. I could have easily not trained today. Thanksgiving, an extra day doesn't hurt. You don't lose any muscle. But I felt like I had to, just to do it. And if you take off one day for one holiday, you end up taking days off on other holidays. Start taking days off on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Monday comes around, you're too tired. So you really just have to train, no matter what. Anyway, I don't know how I just got onto that rant, but so on these decline sit-ups, I was holding my hands like this, but I think I was just gonna do too many than I want to. So I'm gonna switch to this, my head, which is much harder. And at the bottom, some reps I kind of open up and extend, and then I crunch, and then I almost do a leg extension as I'm trying to crunch myself up. So I'm kind of thinking of it as a rectus femoris upper quad abdominal exercise, which I like. It's feeling really good. So, Thanksgiving. I hate turkey. I'm probably just gonna have like a protein shake or something and then have all the carbs. My leanest was in September. It was 155.9. That was my lowest. Depleted. It was not like a real weight. Pretty decently lean. Sub 10% for sure. And then somehow I just lost control. Now I'm at like 172 pounds. So, and I haven't weighed myself till today, since I weighed myself in at 155.9. So the scale was kind of messing with my head, I think. one day you'll wake up, you look lean, you go on the scale and you're heavier, you're like, it starts to mess with your head. So, yeah, that wraps up the leg day. So, probably 1 or 2 days off. I train every other day, and then after legs, legs or back, usually. But it could be after any training day. I might take 2 days off. I'm big into Dorian Yates' philosophy of just a couple all-out sets and then get out of the gym. Just do the minimum amount required to actually produce a new stimulus to grow muscle, because any more is going to require more recovery, but not necessarily the same amount of stimulus. If any more stimulus, you might have already stimulated everything you could, at least for hypertrophy or maximum hypertrophy. So that's it. I'll upload this probably today, and then I'll do chest, shoulders, tricep, and calves. Today's Thanksgiving, today's Thursday, either Saturday or Sunday I'll be doing push and calves. So